My friends, what is up? Just uploading a video for the Discord, so thought I would get in here and do a little AMC TA with you. So I talked about yesterday this big red line. You can see we caught support on it today whenever we were pushing down, and it comes from our big resistance from the pre-June run, then back over here in January before the big March run. Then it acted as support once we fell down in April, and then it's acted as resistance until we broke out from here. So we're catching support right now. So I'm hoping, obviously, that it holds. We did not get the continuation today that I was hoping for. I was hoping for a nice little green day. And the market looked good, you know, pre-market. And then, I mean, as soon as market open happened, it just absolutely dumped. Thankfully, made a good chunk of change on Amazon puts. But overall, you know, just my overall positions as far as shares, you know, it took a beating today, just like anybody else's did. So if we come over here and we look at where GME is bouncing. So it had a perfect touch on the 618, got a nice push up, but then today, you know, like I said, with the market and everything else, just got a massive push down. But it did catch the point 615. You can see right here, right around $29.53. Now you can, if we get in here a little bit closer, you can see how on GameStop came down here, bounced off the 618, then came down here. Once it broke through, tried to retest, then pushed down. So what we need to see is, you know, usually from here, you know, you get the bounce down here, almost even a double bottom. Then typically it's going to come back up and try to retest, you know, right around that $30. Well, what was it exactly? $30.44 range. If we get rejected off of that, then, you know, we could tumble on through. If it's just an awful day in the market and it breaks through that, you know, tomorrow morning, and then kind of the same thing, it comes up, retest, and gets rejected off of that, you know, then you're looking down here at the 707 at least, around that 27.91, or even the 786 at around 25.66. But you can tell, and once again, what GME is doing, AMC is doing. So you can get in here a little bit closer. I mean, pretty much just identical formations. Let me get rid of that fib so you can even see it even a little bit better. So, you know, if GameStop is able to catch a bounce, I think the Bed Bath & Beyond news is tomorrow. So if GameStop can catch a bounce based off of that with all the other meme stocks, then we could have a nice push-up day. For AMC, though, definitely want to see, you know, this $9.01. So let's have the battle of 901 instead of 801, right? We definitely want to see that hold. Even if it doesn't, you know, come up, you know, big off of this, so long as it just, you know, continues this accumulation, you know, and starts to slowly curl back up, you know, I would be okay with that. The overall global market, not a great look. You got the 921 cross down on SPY today. You got a big time bearish engulfing candle, and if you'll look down here on the volume, the selling pressure, or the selling volume, if you will, is drastically picking up. So there's definitely going to be some relief bounces along the way, but coming down here at least to, like, you know, the 394 range. Whoops, didn't mean to grab that. Meant to grab the fib. See if we got anything inside. Okay, so you did, you know, if you go from here on the low on June 17th, you did get a 0.5, you know, bounce today, at least a little bit. So that might be enough, you know, from a pure macro move to at least start, you know, seeing a curl back up. I just don't know. I hadn't even looked at futures. Let me take a look at futures here real quick. Sorry, guys. I apologize. This video is coming out late. It's been a long day. Give my phone a second to update. Right now it looks like the futures are pretty green, so we might see a decent sized relief bounce, but sometimes my phone will just all of a sudden like change to super red numbers right there whenever I first update it. but I think that's accurate. So futures look really green right now. So we could see a relief rally tomorrow, even if it's, momentarily. We could definitely see a relief rally tomorrow. If the overall market is good, that would obviously help AMC. Once again, another day where it started nice and then finished awful, just like back here when myself and Trey and everybody else was talking about the abandoned baby setup. We had another good start to the day, and then it just, like pre-market, AMC was all the way up to like $9.89, I think is when I first saw it. So it was looking at like it could potentially gap up to right here and then a nice day, but just overall market brought it down. So just going to kind of keep watching, where GME is going to be catching its bounces. If you look, pretty much just right here across the board. GME is getting to some desperate times, just like AMC, as far as needing to maintain some good, solid, bullish momentum. So I'll keep this video nice and short. That's what I'm going to be looking for. We obviously, we've caught support 3 times now. However, every single time it gets tested, it's going to get weaker. We do not want that. We do want to see, starting to get away from support, starting to push back up into this pennant. Okay, and I say pennant, to an extent. This is pretty much a symmetrical. I want to be clear, this formation right here is pretty much just 50-50. Okay, so it does indicate where you're going to see some big moves, but it's a 50-50 formation. So I just want to make sure I'm clear on that. This is not necessarily, some big bullish formation. Okay, it's a 50-50. Symmetrical triangle, pennant, however you want to look at it. They can realistically go in either situation. If we do continue to drop, we want to see the volume staying down low. I hadn't even looked at the volume today. So the volume was nice and low at 25 million shares traded versus yesterday where it was almost double that on the green day. So that's a good sign. I still have my AMC calls. I still have my GME calls. I closed out of my puts on AMC. Once again, those are sold put, not bought puts. Let me double check. Yeah, futures look green. So hopefully we can get a decent day tomorrow. If not, at least we want that 901 to hold right in that range. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Like I said, still holding my AMC calls and GME calls, but those are far dated out, if you will. So I got Theta plenty of time to do its thing if it needs to. I also snagged a few Ape shares today. Full disclosure, Ape is not doing anything like what I would hope it would do after launch, but I still have faith in it. I'm still hoping, we're going to see a good turnaround. If I pull it up here real quick, then you can see that, we pretty much are sitting right at a potential double bottom right here. So even if we get a quick, spring down, we want to see everything pretty much chilling on low volume. Yeah, so almost exact. Actually went just a little bit below that. I think 522 is the low. So yeah, want to see a bounce in Ape, want to see a bounce in AMC. Unfortunately, sometimes that means, they are kind of running inverted from each other a little bit. So, if AMC gets a good bounce, Ape may not. All right, we'll just see what happens. But like I said, I bought some shares here. It's a good time to buy. Okay, when you buy on support, this obviously was a massive support area where you got a good reaction bounce off of it. So I don't know if I'll get a good bounce this time, but if you buy on support and you sell on resistance, overall, you're going to do just fine. All right, I'll cut it off there, my friends. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. All right.